Alright, guys. So today I took two trades and I shorted this pop at the open and I actually switched long right here and I got out right here. So I'm going to go to the footprint and show you exactly what I saw. So my first entry was right here, 56.35. And besides all the volume is very, very clear here. I had two confluences for this. One, it ticked my supply zone to the tick. And two, it was a breakout fail, my favorite trade to take. So breakout right into supply zone, all this volume here. This popped back in, I shorted it, stop losses at the highs, and I wrote this down. I was about to scrap the trade here, but on this pop up, I didn't see a whole lot of buying pressure. So in my opinion, it was just coming up to take more of the liquidity that was left here, which exactly is where it rejected. So I actually held that and I got out here. I flipped long here. So I got out for 11 points and I flipped long here for two reasons. So at the open, this was the low of day, right? So again, it was a breakout fail, right? These are lows, came down, tons of buying pressure down here, right? We sold off really hard into that and buying pressure came in right here. So that's I flipped the trade because it looked very, very, very bullish. And I'll go on the 15-minute chart and show you what I saw there too. So rolled this up. I took a trim somewhere here, but when we came back into this volume, and I got out here for 19 points. Beautiful, beautiful execution today. And yeah, I saw this volume come up here when we got out of the supply zone, and that's where I exited. I left a few points on the table, but that's fine. Um, you're not gonna get out at the exact top, so don't even think that that's possible. Okay, so on the 15-minute chart, I'll show you exactly what I saw here. So first of all, this 55.85 level was extremely important for the bears to stay under. Okay, if we go to the 2 hour, you could see it was major support here, you know, major resistance here. So it was very important to stay under, very important level to stay under. But we gapped under that. We gapped down at the 6 o'clock open, gapped down, and rallied all night into this key level again. Now, why this looked long to me, uh, besides the low of daybreak over here, breakout failure, was on the 15-minute. This is a 16 EMA. Okay, on trending days, it's a very powerful tool to have. You can see it even came back right here. Right now, when we held this, right, two confluences, it was at this EMA and this breakout with all that volume at the bottom here. It was just too good not to take. Okay, if you don't believe me, I want you to go on the 15-minute chart on ES specifically NQ and put the 16 EMA on and just go through a few weeks, months, look at it on the trending days and see how well it supports price. And of course, you need other confluences. You don't buy it every time you pull back into the EMA, right? That's obvious, I hope. Now, back to the footprint. So those are my two trades. Now, this was also a good entry long, right? Let's go back to the 5 minute right here. I wanted to, but I didn't. Two green trades. I was definitely feeling euphoric, and I didn't want to make any stupid decisions. Although it looked really good on the footprint, bouncing off the EMA here again. I just didn't do it. You have to know when to walk away as a trader because that's when stupid mistakes can happen. So, anyways, this is where we bounce off the EMA I just showed you on the 15-minute, and note the volume that was left over here on this rally up. Simply came back in to pick up the orders that were left here. Simple as that. You add that with the EMA, beautiful entry again, another pop into higher day. Okay, that's basically the gist of what I saw. I mean, I did have another supply zone here that we rejected and sold off for quite a few points here too. Uh, what was that? 17 points. Yeah. So sometimes you'll have a level, and I didn't have that many confluences to take this short. Like, I didn't even see no volume up here. You know, so I wouldn't have even taken this short. But yeah, that level worked out nice. And as for the rest of the day, I mean, it's a pretty choppy day. Like, if you go to a regular 5 minute chart, like, yeah, we're uptrending, but look at these wicks. Like, this is very whipsaw to the upside for sure, but this is taking a lot of liquidity. It's stopping a lot of people out, and now it's seeming to just slow down up here. But you know, I came into today with the mindset of not even taking a trade because I've been burned on earnings calls when the big tech does earnings. This is usually the type of price action we receive the next day. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia now. Because it's a lot of people are moving money around after these earnings, right? So we get action like this. Action like this is expected. So I came in with the mindset of not even taking a trade, and I sized down, but still very happy with my execution today. And all of this that's happening now, I'm not interested. And something else I want to explain is I'm not when I'm looking at order flow, I'm not staring at I'm not staring at this all day long. I'm looking at it when it comes to a level of interest. Right? I'm not gonna stare at order flow while the market is doing this here. You know, there's nothing interesting for me here. So I want you to keep that in mind as well. And the market, it's not about predicting the market. Okay, it's not about going on your charts and predicting that it's gonna go here, it's gonna go there. It's about creating levels of interest and reacting to it when price gets to them. You know, don't go the night before when you're making your plan or the morning of when you're making your plan and say the market's going to go down to 5500. Don't do that. No one can predict the market. Just create your levels and see what happens at those levels. It's as simple as that. And you don't want to aim for home runs, base hits. Okay, small risk, aim for at least 3-to-1 risk to reward. You know, don't go for these big, long rallies that people you may be seeing on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Small wins, small losses, and let that accumulate over time. Okay. Now, again, if you guys are learning anything, if you're enjoying, this is basically just my journal, and then I'm adding some tips in because I'm posting it. But these recaps that I do on my trades, I've been doing that for a couple of years now. I take a trade, I do it in video format so I can watch it on the weekend. So that's basically what I'm doing with this page. You're just getting access to my journal basically and learning some tips along the way. So if you're enjoying it, subscribe and leave it in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.